Incredibles 2 is a new movie by Brad Bird, and it takes place quite literally right after the events of the original Incredibles, where they still realize, wait, superheroes are still illegal. That's where Winston, the character played by Bob Odenkirk, comes to Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl and suggests a plan to make the superheroes legal again. So Elastigirl now out doing her thing, while Mr. Incredible tackles on a new challenge, taking care of children. I think you've heard everybody say this, but this movie, The Incredibles, I love it so much. I mean, I was a kid when I first saw this movie, and I adore this movie. It's like my second favorite Pixar movie. So after the movie, I was like, hey, I want to see a sequel! And we waited 14 years after two Cars sequel, a Monsters prequel, and a Finding Nemo sequel that, by the way, nobody asked for. We finally got The Incredibles 2. What took us so long? I don't know. But I finally saw the movie, and what did I think of Incredibles 2? Well, hot damn, it was worth the 14-year wait, because my god, this movie's awesome. Now, it's been 14 years since the first Incredibles, so my first concern was, are they going to make it feeling like the first movie again? Is it going to feel the same? Thankfully, yes. Like I said before, this movie takes place quite literally right after where the first one ends, and I'm telling you, I can watch the first Incredibles and then go to Incredibles 2 and feel like nothing has changed. Because they perfectly nailed the feeling of the first movie. The tone, the fun, the edge. It was just so much fun. Like, it's the perfect return. I had so much nostalgia. I was like grinning at so much stuff. Because my favorite characters were back in this movie. And it's just so seamless. Do they do anything new? Yes. This movie also expands upon the old characters and gives them new things to do, like Elastigirl is now doing crime fighting instead of Mr. Incredible. And Mr. Incredible is now taking care of the children. And it's really interesting to see him do that. And the natural evolution of the characters from the first movie. So they do one thing, like just perfectly return to the franchise, but they also expand upon the characters in new and fresh ways. And let's talk about the characters now. Like, overall, the characters are back. The voice acting just as perfect as ever was in the first movie. First off, Craig T. Nelson as Mr. Incredible. He's just perfect in his role. Instead of being the macho man like he was in the first movie, now he's like taking care of the children, and that is great. Holly Hunter is Elastigirl. She's also just still perfect. I love her new elements in this movie, how she's now doing the crime fighting for the new company and everything, and it's so great. Samuel L. Jackson as Frozone, man. I love him so much in the first movie, and here, he's still so great. He still has a lot of moments to shine in the movie, and Samuel L. Jackson, he's just perfect for Frozone. He really does have the coolest voice ever. I also really like the new character that Bob Odenkirk voiced, Winston. He's this guy who thinks, okay, superheroes should be legalized again. They shouldn't be illegal. And you really believe him, and he's just a fun, whimsical character throughout the whole entire thing, and I really enjoyed him. But all these characters pale in comparison to, get this, Jack. He quite literally stole the whole entire movie. 14 years ago in the first Incredibles, when we saw a surface of his powers. Here he has so much more powers. He has so much action scenes. He's so cute and adorable. I loved him so much, and it was so satisfying to see far more Jack in this one than we got in the first one. And this all comes down to is Brad Bird as a writer and director. I mean, there's no Incredible without Brad Bird. He took 14 years to come up with a sequel, and goddamn, it was worth it because he just nails the feeling of the first movie. It's fun, it's whimsical, it's so funny. Like, my god, this movie is freaking hilarious. I was laughing hysterically throughout the whole entire thing. I was grinning ear to ear. I had so much fun, and the direction is also great. I mean, Brad Bird is just a key element to The Incredibles. And how about the action sequences? Yes, this is a superhero movie after all. We expect some action, and how they are? It's perfect, you know? We finally get the action scene of the Underminer fight we've been promised so long. It's just so perfect. There's so much awesome, grand action. It's just super entertaining. And finally, let's talk about the technical aspects. First off is the animation. This movie, I mean, no surprise, this movie looks amazing. Like, yes, 14 years later, animation has evolved, and my god, this movie looks breathtaking. So much bright colors, vividness. It's just, the character models look great. It's such a gorgeous looking movie. Like, the animation is superb in this movie. And how about the score by Michael Giacchino? That Incredibles theme is so iconic. You hear this movie again? It's perfect, you know? But not just that, the score is just grand. It's orchestral. It's epic. It's that classic superhero theme. I loved it so much. My only real problem with Incredibles 2 is the villain, the screenslaver. It's not a bad villain, and in theory, the villain is a great idea, how he hypnotizes people and all that. It's really cool, but it's not as good as a villain as Syndrome for the first movie, because Syndrome is a great villain for that first movie. Here, it's a little more cliched, and I just feel like there could have been more development with the Screenslaver. Not a bad villain. Infuri is a great villain, but I just wish a little bit better. I'm giving Incredibles 2 a 9 out of 10. I gotta say, I freaking adored this movie. My inner 4-year-old child in me was having the time of his life watching this movie. I just had so much fun with this movie. Now, here's the thing. Is it better than the first movie? I don't know. You gotta understand, my inner 4-year-old has so much bias towards that first movie because I love it so much. So here's the thing. I don't know if I can say it's better, but just the fact we got a sequel 14 years later that's this good and just as good as the original, like, that's all I care about, honestly. And yes, I can absolutely recommend this movie. It's one of the best movies of the summer. Go see it. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a like, favorite, and subscribe. Click on the notification bell for alerts on brand new videos. And comment below, tell me you guys thought of the video so you can encourage me to make way more videos in the future. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video.